Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I have yet again another haul for you guys. This is going to be like a beading haul, jewelry making kind of haul. I recently started a subscription to the Bargain Bead box, and then every month with your box you get a coupon for 30% off. And I made the mistake of going on their website and looking to see what they had and ended up buying a few things. It's kind of hard because on their website, they're like a closeout site, so they don't really like restock their products. So it's like if you want something, you kind of have to get it when you see it or else it might not be back. So that's kind of why I did make my purchase. I'm just gonna know in the future, I probably shouldn't go on there just because I know that I'm gonna be tempted to buy stuff. But I received this big package, so I figured I would show you everything that I got, and I figured we could go through it together. So the first thing, actually, they gave me this little freebie. So this is their business card. So the website is Bead Box Bargains, and then like it's the sister site to the Bargain Bead Box. And they have really great prices on their stuff. Like if you want to find affordable, beads and findings, things like that, they're definitely a really good website to check out. So they gave me this free gift, which is just a pendant. I normally don't work with stuff like this, but I'm sure I can find like one of my relatives or someone that would wear something that's this much of a statement. So yeah, but that was really sweet of them to give me this gift. I don't know what kind of, if this is like a type of gemstone, but it's really cool. It actually kind of reminds me of like a bunch of cells. Just the different like enclosed spaces. It's kind of neat. So yeah, there's that. So that was super nice of them to send a gift. I don't know if they do that with every purchase or if you have to spend like a certain amount to get a gift, but that was very nice of them. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so I was really curious and I had to check and see how many items I actually did get. And I got 25 items. So 25 items for $35 is an amazing price. So that's just awesome. I'm gonna try to look at my invoice and then kind of like match up the items with the description so that if they still have them on the site, you can go and get them yourself if you're curious. So let's just jump right in. So inside this big bag, there's a separate bag with all of like the strands, and then everything else in here is like individually packaged. So I'm just going to pull something out. Okay, so the first thing I pull out here is this bag, and this is an 11-inch strand of 6mm semi-round glass beads. Frosted light rose is the color. So let me take this out. So 11 inches is pretty, that's a pretty good length for a strand like this. So these are 6mm beads. I really liked the kind of like blush pink, it's super light. And I think the frosted look to them is a really neat effect too. So that's what those ones look like. They're pretty simple, but also to go along with those, I got them in the 4mm size. So these are the exact same thing, the 11 strand 4mm semi-round glass beads in, again, frosted light rose. So that's what these ones look like. If you can tell, I know they're very similar, but the 6mm looks a little bit more peachy to me, and then the 4mm looks a little bit more like a true pink kind of shade. They're both very similar. Like I definitely think if you used them in a project together, with other beads and stuff, I don't think you could really tell the difference all that well. But so yeah, that's those two. Okay, so I got those, and then pretty much the exact same thing I got with this really pretty emerald kind of shade. They call it frosted teal, but to me it looks more of like a true emerald kind of color. I just think this is such a pretty shade, especially with the frosted. I love that color so much. So these are the 6mm ones, and again, it's the description is 11-inch strand, 6mm semi-round glass beads in frosted teal. I love these. And then these are the 4mm in the exact same style. Sometimes I kind of like getting the same bead in 2 different sizes so that if I have a project where I want to use, you know, the same thing, I have them, you know. And these I feel like are a little bit of a closer match than the pink ones. I don't know, it's so hard to tell. I think both colors though are similar enough that you can still like use them together, and you wouldn't really know the difference. So I got those. Okay, so next up are these. These are beautiful. So this is about a 15-inch strand of 6mm matte man-made moonstone glass beads in gray mist. I have never seen moonstone before, and when I saw these on their website, oh my goodness, I fell in love with them. They had a bunch of other colors, and I kind of wish I had gotten more, but these are just so cool. Like, depending on how, you know, the bead shifts in the light, it literally looks like they're glowing. Look at that. Those are amazing. I love those so much. I can't wait to use them in a project. So there's that. Next up, I have some bicones. So their bicones were really reasonably priced. So the first one that I got looks like this. These ones are, it's a 16-inch strand of 4mm crystal bicone beads, and this is in the color metallic dark bronze. So this is really interesting because sometimes when you look at it, you can really see like the bronze finish on it, but then other times it almost looks like dark gray or almost black. So I think depending on what other beads you use this with, you can kind of like play around with the color. But I mean, these aren't like Swarovski, so they're not necessarily all completely uniform, but you can still easily use these for so many different things. And you get a 16-inch strand, so you get quite a few beads on here. So I got that strand of bicones, and then I also got this strand. So this is in Pale Peach Champagne. Oh, it's Pale Peach Champagne Shimmer, my bad. So these ones are kind of cool because they've got like the kind of like half shimmery, half opaque kind of look to them. Really cool. I like these a lot. They're so sparkly. Okay, and then the very last strand of bicones I got are these. Look at how beautiful these are. So these ones are in blue green iris. I love any of like the iris finishes. They are just so pretty. So the base of these beads is like a transparent gray kind of color, and then they have that blue green iris on top. Oh, they just sparkle so much. I could not pass these up. I'm so glad that I got these. And all of the bicone strands were 99 cents. So 99 cents for 16-inch strand. And they're 4mm. So there's a ton of beads on here. Look at those. Oh my goodness. Those are so pretty. Okay, so those are all the bicones. There is this giant bag here. So this is a 30-inch strand. Yeah, 30 inches of 5 to 8mm amethyst chip beads. I really am drawn to these chip beads, I think just because they're so different. And I don't have any purple ones, so I kind of really gravitated towards these. You guys, 30 inches. Like, I can't even show this whole thing on camera. There's so many beads on here, and this was only $2. That's insane. This is just so pretty. You have some on here that are a lot darker, like look at this one, that's super dark purple, and then some that are so light, like they're almost white. Look at that. And you have some that are a little bit more earthy, like they've got some of those brown tones. They're so pretty. I'm so excited to do something with these. Okay, so there's that. So then these I found, and I've never worked with any beads like this, so I was kind of trying to go a little out of my comfort zone with these. These are, so you get 5 pieces and they are 14 millimeter check table cut glass sun beads in jet luster. So these are really interesting because you have the jet luster, which is on the kind of like, you know, flat table cut part of it, but then the rest of it almost has like that green, blue, and like brown, like it's like a Picasso finish. And the hole goes down right through the middle of the bead there. But yeah, I thought these were really neat. They had a bunch of different colors for these ones as well, and I thought they were super cool. So I got those, and then I got this cute little pack of flowers. So there's 20 pieces in here. They are 7 by 5 millimeter check pressed glass flower beads, and the color is chalk white rose. I love these. I think they're so precious. They're just so cute, and I thought this color was so pretty. It's a super light pink, but then you've kind of got that dusting of that dark brown. So pretty. I love those ones. Okay, so next I've got this here. These are really interesting. So this is about a 7.5-inch strand of 6 by 4 millimeter crystal roundel beads, and the color is pale violet. I thought this was such a neat color. It's almost like gray. So I don't know, I was just super drawn to this because you don't see a lot of colors like this, I feel like, and I just think they are so cool. I think you can pair this with a lot of different beads and really like play around kind of with the neutral color of these. Okay, next up I have these, and I'm super excited about these because I have also never worked with this shape before. So these are, it's a 6 millimeter strand of 4 millimeter crystal coin beads in aqua jade champagne. So yep, these are coin beads. So if you can see, they're kind of like smushed, you know, they're a little bit flatter. And then these are really cool. They've got that really pretty blue on one side, and then the really cool gold or champagne kind of luster on the other. I just think they're really cool. I'm excited to work with this shape. It's always interesting working with beads that you've never used before, just to kind of see, you know, what you can do with them, and it's kind of fun just to experiment. So I got that. Next up, I got this bag here of these gorgeous leaf beads. I see these all the time, and I just think that they're so much fun. So this is a 12-piece bag, and they are 11 by 13 millimeters. They are check pressed glass maple leaf beads, and I got the color Lila Pink Luster. I'm just gonna take one out to show you a little bit better. So this is what they look like. They're very translucent. And they just have the tiniest hint of, you know, that pink kind of shade to it. Look there, you can see how transparent these beads are. But then they have a little bit of a gold kind of shimmer. They're just really neat. I think these are so cool. I'm also subscribed to the Dollar Bead Box, and I actually got a strand of these maple leaf beads in one of them, and I haven't even used them yet. I don't know what to use them for, but I love them so much, so I know eventually I'll use them. I just haven't had a ton of time to bead lately, but I got those. These are awesome. So this is a 10-piece bag of 16 by 5 millimeter check dagger beads, and they are etched crystal vitriol stripes. These are awesome. They almost look like the peacock finish, if you guys know what that is. But look at how those shine. I don't want to take these ones out because I don't want to lose them, but these are just awesome. I cannot wait to play around with these. I think they're going to make some really awesome earrings. So then we've got this bag here. These are also just awesome. So this is the 10-piece bag of 18 millimeter pressed glass leaf beads in blue green iris. So once again, we've got that beautiful blue-green iris that I just adore. It really makes the beads shine so much in the light. So these are leaf beads, but they're kind of, you know, they've got that little curve in them. So they're very interesting. They're drilled up at the top here. You can see the hole there. Oh my goodness, I love how these shine in the light. It's like sometimes you can see a lot of the blue iris, sometimes you see the green, sometimes you can even see like purple in there. So pretty. So I got those. Okay, and then lastly, in the big bag, we still have this smaller bag to go through, but in the big bag, this is the last item. So these are, it's a 14.5-inch strand of 4mm rainbow moonstone faceted round beads. I thought these were really cool. They kind of remind me of a Dalmatian with the different spots. And it's a 14.5-inch strand, so you get quite a few beads on here. They're very earthy looking. I like them a lot. And the facets really make them sparkle. They're so pretty. So there's that. Okay, so that's everything that was in like that bigger bag. And then there's a couple strands in this one, so we'll go through those. Okay, so the first two that I'm actually pulling out are the reason why I even made this order. So that's these ones right here. So these are, so they are slightly different, like they're a little bit different in size and obviously the color. So this first one, this greenish kind of color here, these are, it's a 4.7-inch strand of 7x5mm check fire polished glass faceted rondelle bead, and the color is mint with stone. I, first of all, love this color, this minty color. It's my favorite. And then I think the kind of like earthy like rub that's on the ends of the beads, they're just so cool. I thought the shape was really neat too. I've never worked with beads that have this shape. So then this strand here, these are 8x6mm and they are check fire polished glass faceted rondelle beads, and the color is purple satin swirl with stone. I just thought this purple color was so bright. It's kind of almost like a periwinkle. Like I can see a little bit of blue in it, but it's so bright. Like it's such bright colors with these. I love them. So I got those strands. Next in this bag is this cute little strand here. So this is a 20-piece strand of 6mm check pressed glass druck round bead in crystal rose with gold luster. So these are just so cool. They almost look like crackled. I like these a lot. Super cool. Next up, we've got this. So this is, again, a 6mm strand of pressed glass struck round bead, and the color is ivory / seafoam silver luster. These I thought were awesome. I love the color. The ivory with, you know, that minty teal kind of color, so cool. So I got that. Next, these are the cutest things. This is a 4.7-inch strand of 4mm check pressed glass melon beads, and the color is aqua ivory slate. I love melon beads. They're just so cute, and the 4mm ones, they're so tiny. They're just precious. I'm very drawn to the greens and the blues, so these ones really caught my eye. Very cool. Oops. All right, next we've got this strand here. These are really interesting to me. I've never worked with these either. So this is a 4.7-inch strand of 4mm check pressed glass donut disc beads, and the color is alabaster with baby blue luster. I love this baby blue color. They're just so cool. They're such little beads. So they'll be kind of cool as like spacers and stuff for projects. Okay, and then we have just 2 strands left. I just realized I gave you guys the wrong description for these strands here. So these two strands, it looks like the green is just the tiniest bit smaller, but they are supposed to be roughly the same size. So this purpley looking one is actually 4 by 6 millimeter check fire polished glass faceted cylinder bead in blue opal rose metallic. So that's this one. So this looks really purple to me, but they call it blue opal rose metallic, sorry. So that's this one. And then this green one here is the same thing. So the 4 by 6 millimeter check fire polished glass faceted cylinder bead in turquoise stone. So sorry about that. I'm still kind of new to beading and all the, you know, lingo for it and everything. So that's those two. And then the last ones that we have, so this one here is actually the 8 by 6 millimeter check fire polished glass faceted rondelle in the purple satin swirl / stone. These are so cool. Look at that. So neat. I love the color variations. Like some of them are really dark, some of them are super light. They're just so cool. And then the very last strand are 4 by 6 millimeter. These ones are 7 by 5 millimeter check fire polished glass faceted rondelle beads. And these are mint with stone. You can tell I'm really drawn to the beads that have that like stone kind of look to them on the edges. I just think they're so cool. And this color is so bright. It's so pretty. Okay, so that is everything that I got. I think it was all really well priced for everything, and I would definitely recommend checking out their shop if you haven't already. Even if you're not subscribed to the Bargain Bead Box, you can still go and purchase on this site. You just won't have that coupon every month, but still you have really great deals on there, so I would definitely recommend it. So I hope you all enjoyed watching this video, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye everyone.